All right, welcome to the nightmare that is me trying to balance simultaneous turns in a game that is supposedly turn-based. You know, this is the kind of situations I find myself in, and why the rulebook gets thicker and thicker every campaign.
Fairlight, you are doing great, and I hope I am not one of the sources of your stress right now.
No, you're fine. The only thing was like, I was literally hiding behind you so I wouldn't get murdered. And then you walked away, and it put
sorry. It was a mistake. I was trying to do something and then articulate the thought at the same time, and then he just pounced before I could get the words out of my mouth.
Gotcha.
Question. Ankari took Lothran this turn, correct?
He did take it, yes, right? So,
who is gonna be lightning striking you this turn?
I mean, he may have more armies over here in ambush stance or something that we can't see.
He might, but I kind of doubt it. I feel like we would...
hold on, I'm gonna ping something. Look at the water just north of us. There was a moment that there was a boat there earlier, Fairlight.
Okay. Was it Ankari that led the attack? I want to say it was.
I think so, because I remember...
Oh, he started recruiting units. If he's recruiting units, I would assume that means he's done moving. But also, I'm like 90% sure it was Ankari that attacked. So if Ankari used his movement to take the city, then he can't march any further, because occupying the city takes all of his movement.
Also, that's the secondary army doesn't have a siege attacker, so you're right.
Yeah, so I don't know who or what he's talking about with lightning strike. None of his armies would be able to actually take us.
So,
what's up?
The following turn, Ankari he's probably gonna do some simultaneous bullshit.
Yeah.
When you see Ankari cross the land bridge, you could have Yul leave the city, and you could have Lord Mazdamundi run away from the city, and you could get out of his reach before he can attack. He can lightning strike anything.
He's got some pretty long reach. I was thinking the better idea would be to like wait till he starts running towards you, and then like right before he hits you, go into ambush stance, so he just runs into an ambush.
No, no way that's legal. What? What?
I mean, normally I would say no, but like he's jumping us mid-sentence, so why wouldn't we just change stances mid-sentence?
Yeah, and I will say on the next turn, there's 3 armies in my region.
You're not wrong. That isn't against the rules. Damn, that's dirty. I fucking love it.
I mean, it's dirty, but I mean, he's not giving much of a choice with the way he's playing. So
because like I always thought that like not being able to go into ambush stance while someone's moving was like not allowed, because you can't go back into ambush stance when it's foiled. But it's a different story. You're like you're right. That's not against the rules.
So
yeah, I love that. That's some good shit.
So what I need is I just need one turn to let my army heal. That wizard that I brought with me has the net spell and can net Ankari in place when he's trying to run at us and try to focus him.
Also has net, but we're taking attrition damage right now. Aren't you going to take damage next turn?
I am going to take damage next turn. I don't have a choice because I had to run because, you know, of what happened.
Do you have any movement left to get in the water?
Not enough movement to get in the water, and if I did get in the water, I wouldn't be safe because Ankari's in a port, and from that port, he can just sail out and attack at the beginning of the turn.
Okay.
Because like it doesn't, when you're in a port city, it doesn't take you any movement to enter the water, right? So Ankari could jump in the water, swim over, attack, without having to slow down at all, right?
So the Sword of Cain, I see that it is drastically increasing his weapon strength. Does it increase his? I mean, his armor still looks like it's crap.
He has 20% damage resistance from his ward save.
Okay.
And he's a demon, so he's got physical resistance too.
What exactly does physical resistance do?
Like, it denies damage from... Attacks. You see on his melee attack stat, the little blue magic attack icon?
Yes.
That magic attack icon bypasses physical resist. Anyone who doesn't have a magical attack, their damage would be reduced by physical resist. But his physical resist is only 10% right now, so it's not like it's crazy out of control yet.
Oh, it's because his wins are low?
I have no... His wins aren't that low. His wins are like 70. Okay, so anyway, we just need to like plan what we're going to do next turn. I don't think he's going to attack this turn because Ankari can't make it and his other army's too weak to accomplish anything. We could either...
Strike, I think he attacks.
Lightning strike with who?
Ankari.
Ankari took the city this turn.
This turn. Sorry, I thought you meant next turn.
I think he's talking about next turn with his lightning strike. I think he's bluffing, talking about potentially coming after us this turn, because Inkari can't.
Yeah, and I do not have lightning strike on anybody. One thing I've got to do next turn is he's got one little army that is, well, 3 actually that are in my regions, and one of them is within reach of my hero back home, and I have to try to catch it like the moment the next turn starts before he runs it away out of range. Because I know he's gonna do that too.
Yeah. The beginning of next turn, I think what happens with Inkari is probably more important than dealing with all these little.
Right. Okay, so the beginning of next turn. What's your ideal situation here? What would you want me and you to do?
My ideal situation is I go into camping stance so that I can finally heal. You move Mazdamundi like in front of me, and if he tries to run at you with a lightning strike, you just click ambush at the last second. Or you could ambush beforehand.
I have some movement right now, but the only stances I can do are channeling or forced march. So I could move next, like, closer to you and right now.
Channeling is not a bad idea considering how little mana you seem to have.
Yeah. Alright, well, he needs channeling.
I'm gonna be right back. I hope no one attacks me.
Here. That's it.
I would 100% bet that Mitch will attack something next turn to draw your camera away from here, and then attack with Inkari right after. So, better be faster in your mouse, gentlemen.
Yeah, here's another thing. Your armies cannot go into camp stance if they are too close to each other. So, like, basically right at the beginning of the next turn, I need to step away from you so Mazdamundi can step into ambush stance. That makes sense? And if Mazdamundi, does he have any movement left at all?
No. He's done.
Okay. That's fine. I will try as quick as I can to step out of reach so that Mazdamundi can just go into ambush stance, and that'll... Like, the only way he'd be able to get you out of ambush stance would be to send up his baby army. He'll probably suicide them in to blow the ambush's cover. At which point, you just walk your other army, Yule forward, and put him in ambush instead.
Okay, so you... beginning of next turn, Mazdamundi go ambush, and you move up like a hare?
Yeah, I'm gonna move out of the way so I'm not blocking you. You just go into ambush. And then if he does send the little decoy army to spoil your ambush, then as soon as it's done, you pull Mazdamundi back, and you put the other guy in ambush right next to the city.
You know, I'm looking, the corruption on the tile we're on is going to go from 65 to 40 next turn.
I beg your pardon?
The corruption we're on is going to go down to 40 next turn. Is that below the threshold for damage?
Hopefully the attrition will stop soon.
The frogs do clean as they go.
Yes. Well, also that army I have over there is purging like 15 corruption itself, because the Lord and both of the heroes that are with him all have the ancillary for -3 corruption apiece.
All right. Well, we have a plan. We good?
Yes. I will go back into the other channel, make sure that they are done. I will be right back.
Ward say physical resist and missile resist stack against missile damage, so he's a lot tankier than that armor says.
We were just contemplating our next move here on what to do with this situation we find ourselves in.
Yep, that's fair.
But yeah, if you're gonna go ahead and launch the lightning strike, then just go for it. I think we're just gonna sit here and take it.
I'm not.
Okay.
Are y'all gonna do anything else this turn that I'll need to respond to, or am I good to go get a drink of water and run to the restroom?
I think for me personally, I'm done. I'm not going to attack you. I might still be moving units around, but shouldn't need any interaction from you.
I'm not attacking you, Mitch.
Will you be ambushing things on Ulthuan that I need to watch for you going hidden? Because that's basically where my camera's fixed right now. That's the only thing on the map that I have to watch.
I don't think we even can if we wanted to, because I think we're all out of movement. Also, you have 2 teammates who can watch it.
I'm out of movement if that's what you're asking.
No, we don't have vision on that, so we can't.
Oh, okay, right. Never mind.
We are not on either but anybody's stream, and they cannot see it.
Gotcha. Fair enough. Yeah, well, I mean, we like those armies do not have enough movement to go into ambush, so you're good.
Okay, cool.
Whew. All right, how is everybody? How's the blood pressure?
Trying to figure out like
Positive you don't want ceasefire?
I've never
Like,
fought
your
a Sword
guys'
of Cain
team?
holder, so I'm trying to figure out if we have a chance here, or do we just run screaming, wrecking things as we go?
Is he unbreakable?
Yeah.
He is. Sword of Cain holder will run up and like two-shot your lords.
Yeah, I see he's got 1,000 weapon strength.
Yeah, he'll do a lot of damage to your lords, but it's only the rank 1 Sword of Cain.
Oh,
Or at least I think it's only the rank 1 Sword of Cain. Let me check.
he's got a potion of healing too.
It is. Is thirsting? Is that rank 1 or is that rank 2?
That's rank 2.
That's rank
I
2.
believe.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
that's rank 2. It just upgraded.
So he's got like the mid strength. Once it hits the final tier, it becomes really hard to deal with. Mid tier sword is also pretty freaking strong, but
Alright, I'm trusting y'all not to go do crazy shit on Ulthuan. I'll be right back.
no problem.
Quick, do everything crazy.
All right, do the crazy thing now, go, run.
I would like to revisit this conversation one more time to make sure everybody is positive because we are only on round 40 and we still have a long time to go. Are you positive you don't want to accept the ceasefire?
Wait, what was this? What ceasefire?
I mean, Mitch offered a ceasefire, said he'd pull his armies out of your territories if we get off of Ulthuan. See, the problem, I feel like, is that you guys have boxed Muck into a corner where Ulthuan is his only available destination.
Yeah.
Because you gave him a faction that cannot expand south without running into me, and cannot expand north due to climate. So his only option was to attack Mitch. So I don't know that a ceasefire is really, like, this kind of has to happen, because I don't know what else Muck would do with his time.
Yeah,
I'm just like trying to think if there's anywhere else he can go attack things to like save money and whatnot because
even
this
if
is- I don't think this is gonna like. I feel like if this continues, it's going to end very, very poorly for Muck. That's why I'm like actually like for like not even a matter of like team against team. It's for the long term of having the long term of your campaign. I'm suggesting this. That's why I'm like pushing for. Even though I'm not on your guys' team, I'm very highly recommending a ceasefire.
Yeah, that's totally fair. The thing is, like he said, is like for me to go anywhere else, like one, he's already shredded my economy. I'm bleeding like 2,000 gold a turn. And even if I just like packed up and left this area and went somewhere else, I would lose all my armies before I got hit another landmass.
Yeah,
at this point, I have to keep attacking things every turn, or I'm out.
The stuff that Mitch has done has, like, Muck is basically crippled for the rest of the game if he doesn't retaliate here and do similar damage to Mitch. I don't think ceasefire is a realistic option for us to consider.
I don't think doing damage to Mitch is as realistic as you guys think it is.
No, I'm not. He's not talking about damaging Mitch's economy. He's talking about me doing like a sack or a raise settlement each turn to get my income to not lose things.
I'm also talking about damaging Mitch's economy. I don't know where Lexi gets this idea that his
okay.
economy is. I don't know where you get the idea that his economy is immortal, but if we burn down half of Ulthuan, it's 100% going to affect him.
Yeah, I will say I recognize that this might lead to me dying before the whole turn 50 thing, but I also feel like if I went somewhere else, it would be turn 50 before I landed somewhere else.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
I mean, I can pay you for a ceasefire and just have y'all leave completely and everybody calls it a truce.
Because of the current direction, I don't see it. I don't see a campaign where Mukluk makes it tomorrow. Is why I'm like really trying to push into justice.
I mean, that may or may not be the case, but for his first PvP campaign,
I mean, it's total war. If I get knocked out early, I accept that, unless you guys are just like really against that.
yeah, I mean, like, if he dies, he dies. We need a Ivan Drago in there to announce it as it happens.
There was just a lot of weird things that happened due to our choices that we didn't foresee. Like, I learned about climate this game. So all the bases north of me, if I build there, they basically lose money if I construct there. And then, Fairlight south of me. And then Fairlight has a quest to destroy my capital. And since he can't do it, my capital is sending neutral armies at him the whole game. And he's got to deal with that. And then we've got the undetectable cults now. And currently, I have 3 armies of Mitch in my area, and they've just destroyed 3 cities, and so that's why I'm negative. And then Fairlight's also dealing with dinosaurs and Mitch's armies.
And to be fair, before, I didn't even think that the climate thing would be an issue because all of the other campaigns we've used the climate mod. And I didn't know that we were removing the climate mod until right when we made the lobby.
No, it's totally fine. I didn't even know it
So
existed.
I knew it was
going to
mess up your guys' quest, but I didn't know that, because this was the first time we haven't used the climate mod. So I didn't actually even know that the climate mechanics were that severe because I got so used to using the mod.
Yeah, it's hang on a sec. I like the conversation. I'm gonna go to the all 6 of us chat, Lexi. That is a screenshot of what is happening at every city I try to make in the bad climate.
Okay, yeah, so that's similar to when I try to expand up here in the north. That's why I've had to force to go take Kislev. You still get money for, like, sacking and raising them, though, don't you?
Right, but it's mountains, and I still, at this point in the game, do not have the hero that increases movement. So I can only move, like, a few centimeters a turn in the mountains. Which was part of the reason I took to the water.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard. Hard situation to navigate.
Yeah, I just to be clear, I'm not mad or anything. Like, you know, these games will have winners and losers. If I'm the first one out, that's fine. I'm having fun playing with you guys. I'm not like mad or salty. I'm just like, oh man, this is kind of a bummer watching my cities burn down. But that's it. That's it.
Yeah,
Okay, so-
and that's why I was trying to like find the middle ground with like the ceasefire.
No,
and stuff.
it's fine. Y'all don't have to like. What's a good term for this? You don't have to put on the kid gloves with me. It's fine.
So I will be upfront. The cults are destroyed after I use the raise army function.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That part I did know, which is why there's like a light at the end of the tunnel. But the problem is if he kept even one cult intact, he can use that to make a new cultist, which will then go to the next city and make a new cultist, and go to the next city and make a new cultist, and there's not really any way to stop it except by posting assassins all over your territory and killing the cultists as they are recruited, which is
It's simple. We
probably
kill
not
the
practical.
You know,
Yeah, it's simple. We kill the Batman.
for my future knowledge, this isn't going to help me now because I'm too broke. Someone in my chat was like, oh, you encounter cultists by building walls at every single settlement. And I'm looking
Yes.
at the garrison upgrade, but it specifically says battles fought here will be unwalled battles. So
They'll
how do
be
I build a
minor-
wall?
No, I think what your chat means is that by building that wall, it provides you multiple extra units in the city. Like it says provides garrison, and your garrisons are adding like 3 more units.
Oh,
At
I
that
thought
point,
they
his
were
cult-
specifically telling me, like, oh, they won't have siege units. This stops it completely.
It
Yeah,
will
no.
also convert it to a minor settlement battle, which makes it way, way harder for the attacker. That said, on a lot of these cities, that will cripple your economy as Hexawaddle. Like, as Mazda Mundi, you rely on having well-built provinces to make money. If you put garrison buildings in everything, you will stay poor.
Yeah, like I said, I couldn't afford it anyway.
Especially when you're on the limited territory that you're on.
Yeah. Basically, I'm sure you're at something obscene right now. The most income I've had this game, I think, was like plus 2k. So I had to save up for like 5 turns to do that right that I did that one time that we did the 9,000 gold right. That was like 5 turns of income.
Yeah, I mean, this is hurting me a little bit, but I'm still probably one of the highest incomes in the game.
I have no doubt. I got a lot of purple on my map. Did you take Galleon's Graveyard? No, that's a different purple.
Yeah, that's still Noctilus. That's his like only city.
The other purple guy.
Yeah, I just got vision of it, and I didn't realize it. Yeah, my first game was Mazda. One of the issues that I had was this whole, he has like negative relations at the beginning of the game with everybody. And so I've not been able to do like any deals at all.
He's a very pompous lizard.
I think it's the nudity, it scares them.
You display scant intelligence. What could you possibly...
Okay, I muted my Discord. The situation is where it is because Fairlight is Maz would always expand south to Fairlight's land in single player. Gotcha. Yeah. Maz might assume with everyone. Yeah. No, I'm still just to be clear with you guys. Like, I'm still having fun. I think people thought I was like upset or something because like Mitch did like he followed the rules, but he was like right on the line. It was like, okay, dude, come on. And then Bomb got like really loud and upset about it, and that was like throwing gas on a fire, and then it got awkward.
I will not. I fucking mute.
So, next turn, my plan, chat, is this guy get her. Then might have to go deal with this. And then... Actually, you know what? I am going to... What is the cheapest upkeep lord? Skink Chief, right? Yeah, okay.
Captain of Scouts.
Alright. Alright, so... Oh, nice. I never did that, apparently. Okay, so on the next turn, this guy is going to take her out and then go for that. This guy is going to go here to try to rebuild this. This one, I can't deal with this one. Either it will bleed to death and destroy more stuff, hopefully not, or Fairlight will deal with it. I'm not sure which. Skink Chief is the worst lord choice for lizards. I got it because it was cheap. I just need a lord. He does get a Stegodon later on, just like in the general sense. Like all the lord, well, except for the crocodile-looking guys, all the lords get like big dinosaurs. That's pretty cool. You could make an army of heroes with just big dinosaurs that he couldn't buy off if you had the money and the buildings.
Okay, I'm all done. Are you good, Muck?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was staring in desperation at the diplomacy screen at the no one who will talk to me.
You shouldn't have threatened everybody, maybe.
No, yeah,
That
didn't
was
you?
way later on. That was
Oh
way
yeah,
later.
yeah. You also gave yourself very low reliability with all the threats, right?
You're confusing the causes and the effects. The threats was an effect. The cause was no one would trade with me, and I did that in desperation. All right, Chad.
Trade with me, or else.
Oh, great. The Skaven are taking this opportunity to hit me. There goes another base.
If you have a city outside of Hexawattle still, I would trade that to the Skaven for a peace treaty.
Yeah, when you sent your lizard stack north, you were like sacking cities and whatnot. If you happened to take one of them, you could use it as a bargaining chip.
In these campaigns, when you're attacking somebody where you might have to leave the front on short notice, always have a city with a military building built in it as your emergency peace negotiation chip.
Real quick, Fairlight, I am not able to do the thing you requested of me because
You probably
of game mechanics.
Probably an issue with other
It's a
things
line of
too
sight
close.
issue.
Yes, that's because of other things that are too close, not because of like player cameras.
Correct. I'm just letting you know. I wouldn't let me do it.
No,
oh,
I don't.
Actually, now it will.
I don't
It
think
wouldn't
you
a second
understand what
ago.
Yeah, I don't think you understand what I'm saying.
Okay. I guess I don't, but it gave me a reason, and then now it's working. It's working.
Oh, he just abandoned all his cities over here on the inside of Ulthuan. He just torched it.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, he did.
Mitch just torched all of his cities.
Yep.
That's hardcore.
Wait, what the hell? Oh my god. No, I gave the... God. My guy back home, I gave him an order to go for your hero. I knew that army of yours was going to try to run out of range of him at the start of the next turn. So I gave him an order thinking it was like queued up and it would happen at the start of the next turn. And it didn't. He just stood there and you ran out of range, and now I've still got 3 of you running around.
At the end of the turn.
Yeah, so at the very beginning of the turn, there was like a what you call it, a dilemma, like a story prompt popping up, which prevents anybody else from moving. You can tell by the little orange gear in the top right corner.
Well, that had an impact over here.
Yeah, so whatever kind of movement you're trying to do right at the beginning of the turn, you got to wait until the dilemma is finished before you can actually do much with it.
Chat, I am actually in big trouble right now. So, because he torched these buildings, I can't loot them for money. So that was my only hope of getting cash. So I have to hit something else right now.
Lord of Slaanesh.
I have to fight this out.
I mean, I give up. You can have it.
I can't auto-resolve and not lose a shitload of units.
Okay.
So,
It is wild that it's saying you lose units in this. What?
I lose every single Marauder.
Yeah, is it
Bro,
against the-
what?
Man.
is
I'll
it
just
against the rules
vote
to
for
go
vote auto resolve. Let's go.
You're back.
The real play.
Is there a way to see the level of his hero? Oh, it's 10. I can see it there. Never mind.
You can see levels of lords. I don't think you can see levels of heroes.
Yeah, I misspoke. I meant the Lord.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because of their current health that auto resolve is insane though. That it says
Yeah.
deresolve
Oh no,
that.
Slaanesh auto-resolve is kind of terrible.
It's quite like Slash auto resolve is terrible. That's part of the reason that the faction was selected to be one of the quote weak factions. They really are carried by the seduction mechanic. You have to steal units to like make your armies relevant.
Yep.
Hmm.
And there are some very specific ways you can get off the ground and roll.
So,
in
Chad, this
early
is going to
on,
be, what, 5 or 6 bases lost in, like,
But-
2 turns?
but, yeah, I mean, I somehow don't think I'm going to lose 9 units of Marauders this fight.
I also don't think you're going to lose 9
It's
units
just
of Marauders.
feeling
I feel
that
like I'm
have-
getting kicked while I'm down right now. You're like, hey, I'm going to take this base. And I'm just like, wow, this is 7 bases in 2 turns. Fine. And you're like, and you have to watch.
I'll get my shit.
Like, this is some sick and twisted stuff.
You asked for this, sir.
We
And, I mean,
asked you to leave so he would stop.
I
sick
can't,
and
honestly,
twisted
I
stuff.
might be truly out of the game now because he was honestly smart enough to torch those buildings. There's not stuff I can loot now, so I'm at negative 3k per turn now. So in like 2 or 3 turns, I think I'm out.
You have like
You-
a shit army somewhere you can disband.
I might have to, but he's got
If
3
you're-
armies
I don't
in
really
my
want
base.
to
So if I disband that army, I can't fight off what he's doing. And there's Skaven in my base too, because the
You can try to have your big Dino Doomstack fend off his army, and if they succeed in repelling him from your territory, you then disband the big Dino Doomstack, which is probably costing you like upwards of at least 2,000 a turn, right?
probably, but he
That army
has
is very
3.
expensive.
Counting the Skaven, there's 4 armies in my lands right now. The Doomstack, the Dino Doomstack, that's the only army I have in my lands. I don't have like a ton of armies. I just have that one and the one that's in the middle of the map.
I have looked at the rules that some other groups have used for their campaigns, and they say battles can. Wait, how did he put it? It was like, I don't think you could compel someone to manual battle if they don't want to, which would be really funny in this situation.
I mean, I don't know about that. I feel like it's always you're accepting a risk when you manual battle versus another player. I'm ready whenever, by the way.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if there's anything in hell
And-
I can do here.
Lexi, I'm gonna give you that reinforcing army when it comes in.
Okay.
Just run it at them. We're gonna wait for it to
Yeah.
walk through anyway.
If you want to do max speed, I don't mind.
Hey, yeah, and then space. Just be careful and watch those. I don't want anything getting caught out here.
Yeah, I got you.